since the question was if a first-time writer can publish a book or a new person can publish a book, what would be their top three important things to consider before jumping into book writing and publishing a book?
Well, number one, I would think would be, why are you writing this story?
Okay.
Who is your audience? And the third one would be, are you prepared to do the work that's involved and for the costs that are involved?
Yeah, so like our viewers might have questions about the process of publishing. Like, how do you or how they will publish their book? They need to go to a publisher and then uh, talk to them, do a deal, and then publish their book, or there is another way, easier way to publish a book for new
Well,
authors.
Amazon is the easiest way.
Okay.
KDP with Amazon is the easiest way to publish. And as
Okay.
long as you follow their rules, which are not really difficult, anybody can publish.
It is easier now to publish a book.
I believe so. Much
Okay.
easier, I believe.
And new authors, like, how's the scenario look like? I just wrote the book and I went go and publish in Amazon, or when I'm finished writing the book, what would be the next step after that?
Okay, well, for me, the first step in writing a book is figuring out what I want the title to be
Okay.
and getting the cover done.
Okay.
And the
Okay.
reason for that is then it feels real. You got something that you're looking at that's your book and your name is on.
Yeah, that's really interesting, and that's out of the box thinking.
So you have your cover and you get really excited about your cover. At least I do. And other authors that I know, we get pretty excited about our covers.
Yeah.
And it depends on, your capabilities. Some people can do that on their own. If they're good at, doing graphics and things like that, they might be able to do it on their own. But there are people who are really, really good at that sort of thing. And I wouldn't attempt doing it all by myself. I have good ideas for what I want on the cover, but I wouldn't even attempt to be trying to do it myself. So I hire someone to do the cover. So that is something you have to take into consideration.
Okay.
Then the other thing, you need an editor. People need an editor.
Okay.
And the other thing that's really important is to, I believe, and this is what I do when I'm doing writing, is I have a couple of, really close friends that are avid readers and educated, and think very differently from me.
Okay.
So I get them to read my chapter before I give it to anybody else, before I give it to the editor. And the reason I do that is because if something I'm writing isn't making sense to my close friend who doesn't think like me, then I need to make it so that it reaches that person too. And so when they come back to me and go, I didn't understand that at all. That didn't even make sense to me. Sometimes you go, oh, gee, that, kind of hurts a little bit. But then you got to look at it and go, this is what I asked for, and this is what I want. I want honest criticism. I want someone to be really frank with me and tell me, what they thought of it. Good, the bad, the ugly. And it always improves the book. And then you need an editor, and that's not cheap either. So, it's important. I believe that for any of us to try editing our own work, it doesn't work. I don't believe it's not a good idea. Because first of all, we've written it. We think it's perfect. We think it's wonderful.
Yeah.
And an editor might go, oh, you know what, maybe not so much. They edit for grammar, they edit for spelling, they edit for story, and that sort of thing. So a professional editor is very important.
Okay.
Hi, I'm deborajhollick, also known as the Smashly Mentor. Have you ever thought about becoming an author? Do you have a story in you? I believe you do. And I'd like to help you bring that story forward in your own words. I'm a multi-time #1 best-selling author, and I'd like to help you become one too. So if you'd like to take part in one of our anthologies in the Live Life in WOW series, I'd like to invite you to be part of that. WOW is an acronym for Wonder, Openness, and Wisdom, and we are starting a movement to bring that forward. Why don't you come and join us? Thank you.